The world of hip hop has definitely been on fire over the past couple of weeks. And there are several different events that have just definitely had the hip hop world shook up. We watched K-Flock actually get indicted after initially beating his own case. We turned around and watched the demise of GS Lil Ronnie and his daughter at a Texas car wash, to even the feds announcing a RICO on the Rolling 60 Crips, Big U, Brick Baby, Loose Cannon, and many others. But today, man, we got to dig deep into the situation with Mo3. Now, the interesting thing is the same people that walked around for 4 years actually denouncing any type of involvement were actually just arrested and charged in a murder for hire conspiracy. But before we dig deep, we definitely want to make sure we send our condolences to the family and say rest in peace to the late Texas legend. Y'all make sure y'all hit that notification bell, subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed, and definitely hit that like button. Rest in peace to Mo3. Y'all know the vibes. Grab a seat. We finna dig deep.
Drop a bag up on his head, they just waiting for the call. They gon' smoke you about this chick for this badass yellow boy.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. As always, I'm your host, Jay, and man, y'all know we got to dig deep into this Mo3 situation. Now, news broke that Yella Beezy was actually arrested for the murder for hire plot against the late Texas legend Mo3. Now, even more interesting, Yella Beezy is out right now on a $2 million bond. But ask yourself, how you get bond on a murder for hire and $2 million at that? But before we dig into the situation and break down exactly where we are, we definitely got to do a quick recap and see what brought us here from the start. So on November 11, 2020, Mo3 was actually fatally shot and attacked on Interstate 35 in Dallas, Texas. Now on this day, Mo3 was actually in a car when another vehicle actually started firing shots at the vehicle that he was actually driving. Now at this time, Mo3 did attempt to jump out on foot, appearing to go to his passenger side of the vehicle, where it's alleged that he was going to actually get his firearm to actually start returning fire. But the firearm, of course, was out of sight, out of mind, and out of reach. Now with shots still being fired at Mo3, Mo3 at this point begins to run. But here is where he's fatally struck and shot right here on the interstate, broad day. Now according to reports, 3 was hit multiple times, and here the shooters actually fled and were actually unidentified. But Mo3 was left right here on the interstate. Now he was actually rushed to a local hospital, but there he actually passed due to his injuries. This whole situation had a lot of people questioning a lot of situations and setups as well as people. Now for one, the whole setup on the interstate was almost as if traffic was actually blocked off, or either it was actually plotted or planned cars that were actually there on the interstate. So again, does this tie back into what they're alleging to be a murder for hire plot? Let that sink in. Now even more interesting is how we got to the actual suspect that led to the arrest of Yella Beezy. Let's dig.
2020. Rapper Mo3 was gunned down on I-35E. Images of a gunman on the freeway were widely shared at the time. NBC5's Ali Spilliards joins us with more on the arrest. What do you know, Ali?
Brian and Brittany, on Tuesday, a grand jury indicted rapper Yella Beezy, otherwise known as Marquise Conway, with capital murder while remuneration in connection to the 2020 shooting death of Mo3. Today, Conway was booked into the Dallas County Jail. A grand jury referral says Conway hired a man named Keywan White to kill Melvin Noble, also known as Mo3. Noble was killed in a brazen attack on I-35 near Marsalis Avenue on November 11, 2020. Police say Noble stopped on the freeway when a dark-colored vehicle approached him. They say that's when the man in the other vehicle got out of his car with a gun and began walking towards Noble's car. Investigators say the armed man chased Noble and fired several shots, hitting him at least once. A second person in a nearby car was also struck but survived. Keywan White and another man named Devin Brown had been indicted on a murder charge linked to that shooting. While police have said White is the suspected shooter, they said Brown was upset over a relationship.
Don't get me wrong, Mo3 was a talent that was definitely to be reckoned with throughout the states and through the music industry. But one thing that he did always do, in my personal opinion, that actually led up to this actual situation was that he taunted his ops, he dissed his ops, and he definitely exposed them on different social media. Even deeper, he actually put their names in songs. Goofy, Donald Duck, whatchamacallit. Man, 3 was a whole different type of breed. And it seems like the only way the streets could actually get 3 into position to actually calm him down was to actually come together and take him out. So here, now we got to talk about exactly what happened with Yella Beezy, his role, and was this all a setup from the start? Let's dig.
I laid up in a hospital talking about he got in a car wreck. Boy, they talking about you broke your leg.
Even 3 made all them lies like he went to jail in my city, you know what I'm saying, when he got into it with the boys, right?
He got hit up. Yeah. Capping. When you got hit up, everybody know you got hit up. When you went to the hospital, you telling people don't record it, don't put it out there, woo, because you want to think in the city you're untouchable. Now, it's pressure.
You could have been dead or something. Boy, you could have been dead if he passed by you because you was jumping fences. Nigga, I ever seen a potato trying to jump a fence on cliff. The boy went over there. He just threw his whole head. He just threw it.
Bottle popping town. Half Florida town. Butt naked town.
Yeah. Who did it? I'm just saying. Why you capping like your leg got broken in a car wreck? Back up, down. Yeah.
Dog, God. Nick can't even get on the fucking freeway. Man, Lord got the freeway blocked off all the way on Pope, dog. What the they got going?
And that was crazy with the whole situation was as soon as 3 was attacked, his ops went right online, Trap Boy Freddy, taunting Mo3. And after Trap going live right after the demise of Mo3, right there on the interstate, this led fans to believe that Trap was right behind the actual incident or had his hands in on the Mo3 situation. But in reality, he actually had nothing to do with it. And according to Trap, he was just doing what Mo3 did to him, taunting his ops online. While Trap was online making his presence seen, Yella Beezy was busy also making sure he was nowhere on the scene. Matter of fact, he actually left and booked a flight to Mexico the same day as the demise of 3. Let that sink in. So from November 11th of 2020 to December 10th, the police had no suspects. But on this day, December 10th, 2020, Keywan White was actually arrested for the alleged incident. And almost a year later, Devin Brown, the second suspect, was then taken into custody. Now, Devin Brown is said to be the alleged jealous baby daddy who was in his feelings over Mo3 being in relations with his baby mama. But was this really over jealousy? And was this baby daddy really mad that Mo3 was actually clapping them cheeks? Or was this just real rap that turned into real beef? Not to mention, at this time, both sides are definitely taking losses, but 3 didn't take it well when he actually took the loss of Bubba and Roy Lee. Now, to dig even deeper into this situation, Yella Beezy was also attacked right there on the same interstate that Mo3 was actually taken out on. Now, with his incident, his Jeep was actually hit up multiple times where he flipped off the road and almost lost his life due to that actual incident. So, a lot of people say, what's the motive? Get back. Also remember, when you're playing in the streets and you're moving this way, karma has no expiration date. As of Friday, March 21st, 2025, Beezy, whose birth name is Marquise DeAndre Conway, was being held on a $2 million bond, where he has actually made bail right there from the Dallas County Jail. And according to the paperwork and the charge, Yella Beezy is the one who actually dropped the bag to hire Keywan White that actually took the play on Mo3. Now, White was actually sentenced to 9 years in federal prison on the gun charge, but here, in my personal opinion, is where he decided to start cooperating. So I wanted to make sure that we did a rundown from the beginning to the end. But remember, when it comes to this story, Mo3 said it best. Everybody ain't your friend. Now, social media has been going crazy because Yella Beezy's name has been coming up, and it's not coming up for the right reasons. And let's just keep it a buck. It's definitely not for new music. We seen him come up because his name keeps floating virally from being arrested. His picture that came over social media that had everybody in the uproar, him being in the picture with GS Lil Runnin's Hitler, to his best friend Errol Spence and him both almost having 2 fatal car accidents that almost cost both of them their life, to even some of Yella's other partners being hit up, who Mo3 referred to as Goofy and Donald Duck. Which brings us to where we are today. Yella Beezy being charged and picked up. Now, according to his papers, he's not allowed to make any actual public statements. So his position in this whole situation, to this point, is still unclear. But ask yourself this, who dropped the bag? Was it him, Trap, Errol, or all 3? Just to get at 3. But what's even more twisted about the whole situation is Yella's response when he was always asked about the beef between him and Mo3. Let's dig.
When Mo3 was alive, you guys didn't get along much, right? Or am I wrong about that?
You wrong.
I'm wrong. You guys did get along.
We ain't never had no problem.
You never had no problem. Okay.
Why couldn't you ever acknowledge 3 before or after his death?
I never, what was the point?
When you say what was the point, like, I mean, you knew it was something that could help the city, and they just kind of wanted you to acknowledge it. Like, even if...
Did he acknowledge me?
Yeah, he called you what you call it.
Yeah, but
in the negative light.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't...
Negative light, yo.
I mean, he at least acknowledged you, though.
My bad.
Damn.
Yo, stop what you doing real quick. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It's free. Hit the like button. Share the video. Hit the like button. Let's dig.
I really don't be getting
You
into
pick
that
and
shit.
choose
But
for sure what
not
you
even
want.
that. If you own that type of bullshit, I'm not finna respond or not. I'm not finna get into that type of shit. Like,
You feel like that's internet trolling?
What?
Like, you know, the whole situation?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't never really an issue. It was more internet trolling.
It was that and jealousy. That and jealousy.
Yeah.
That's
With
it.
jealousy hurt anybody. Like,
Motherfucker.
you got that in your heart, like that jealousy will take over.
I get it.
Unfortunately, but
Do you feel 3's death impacted your career and the support from the city?
I mean, they gonna hate do whatever they gonna do. We go
Either way, no matter what went on.
They ain't had nothing to do with
These
it.
are facts.
That didn't have nothing to do with nothing. Like, far as my career, like, why?
Right.
I was getting out of contract.
Now, clearly, as you see, Yella might have been captain, but it wasn't that easy for 3 when he was asked about Yella Beezy. Let's dig.
Yella Beezy's dope, man. I think, you know, when you see people like you and Yella Beezy and Go Yayo and everything else like that, I think that you guys are lifting Dallas, you know, just the perception of Dallas a lot.
This whole situation from when it happened has definitely been in question. Now, a lot of people speculate that Mo3 a stepper, right? A stepper. This is what he raps about. This is what he talks about. This is what he sang about. A stepper. No secret to anybody. Spin your block. Oh, something, right? Now, where was the firearm? Now, Mo3 clearly got out of the car, went around to try to get wet out of the car. Now, some say he was actually trying to take dodge. Some say he was actually reaching for the firearm. Now, being that he knows his situation and position, would he mistakenly or accidentally get out and not have his fire with him? Or was that firearm actually removed? Now, this is where it gets interesting because a lot of people say that the manager, Rainwater, actually played a part in making sure that that gun or the firearm was not in his possession because he didn't want him riding around the city in that manner to get caught up with it. But ask yourself this, knowing that he's in that situation and still in that city, plus you got live out, and you know some of the dirt that has or hasn't been done, why would you not make sure that he had a firearm? Crazy work to dig. 3 months into the year, and everything's coming to the light. Man, we've seen people go to jail, people get sentenced, Rico's getting passed out left and right, cases being solved, unalivings being solved, best friends turning on each other, best friends ending up being on the case together against each other. Like, this is the craziest year in hip-hop so far, in my personal opinion. Now, just like the Rolling 60s indictment that we seen that was released with Big U, Brick Baby, Loose Cannon and them, they got internal witnesses. Guess what they got on this? Internal witnesses. Crazy part is when Yella actually gets that paperwork and he actually gets to see what's really going on, because they got to give him the actual paperwork in this discovery, because the trial is actually getting ready to come up. So they definitely got to give it to him. Once he knows what he's actually facing, in my personal opinion, might be over with. Now, nobody's checking for you for your music, but again, you're trending for Mo3. Let that sink in. I do believe that it's going to be more arrests and more people to come, but this here is just a scratch to get to the top. Now, did Yella come up with all this by himself? Is he the one who's responsible for the drop? Now, let's be clear. Yella has posted that $2 million bond, is currently out, released. But how do you get released on a murder for hire and you're charged? Let that sink in. Now, this is crazy work. To sit up for 4 years and say, hey, I had no involvement, no hands-on, stop bringing my name up, the blogs are just using my name to drag me in. 4 years later, turn around and what? There's a charge that you get arrested, picked up for, and it's released as public information. saying that you were the one who was responsible for dropping the bag. But ask yourself this, was it just Yella or was this a group effort? In my personal opinion, I do feel like Mo3 was actually backdoored. Now, a lot of people do feel like rainwater actually played a part of this situation when it came to Mo3's demise with the whole Yella Beezy, the fake fight that they had with his fake hip replacement, the lawsuit. In my personal opinion, all of this was just a cover-up. Justice for Mo3 and Yella. Don't say that you risk it all just to get to the top and actually fall. That's the crazy work. Man, y'all jump in the comments, let me know y'all's thoughts. Is Yella actually responsible? Is the dark actually coming to the light? We watched several people this year. A lot of people are getting arrested. The hip hop and the streets is out. RICOs everywhere, the states, the prosecutors, they're using RICOs for everything. This is a state case. Now, he could still potentially beat it, but in my opinion, I do believe that they have a lot of evidence, not to mention Keywan White. No telling how long he's been cooperating and what all they know. Keep in mind, since Mo3 has been gone, every time Yella went in and out of Texas, what happened? Arrested, pulled over, private road, pulled over, sitting waiting on them at the end of the dirt road. Now they say Trap and Yella aren't actually saying eye to eye right now, so they are beefing. But is it not ironic that after the passing of G.S. Lil Run and his daughter, a lot of actual other incidents are starting to actually be solved? Man, until next time, remember, the life you save might be your very own. The greater the height, the greater the weight. Y'all jump in the comments, hit that like button, whether you're a fan of the case, Mo3, Yella, Trap, whoever. Hit the like button to help the channel continue to grow. Tap that notification bell so you won't miss a drop whenever we drop. And jump in the comments and let me know y'all's thoughts. At least drop that long lived 3. Rest in peace to everybody involved in this situation. The next time, y'all stay vigilant, stay safe, stay dangerous. As always, I'm your host, Jay. Gone.
But that's what people wish up on me. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to all the good rappers in my city. They some real good rappers.
Okay.
They some real good rappers. When you got people trying to target you, and when you a target, and when you got so many people that hate you and hate your success and hate where you done came from, and yeah, man, like death gonna pop up in your head because it's basically how it always ends. You got people who be up here and it's like they ready to bring them down in any form or fashion they can, and death be one of them.